sad. We'll see where we're going to actually play, though. Obviously not. Raleigh is not a map at the moment.
What? Dude, we already were on TV in Raleigh, and for the wrong reasons. I don't understand American TV. It just blew my mind. Yeah, they put the event on TV in Raleigh, but it was like, oh, these cosplayers are running around in military gear.
Oh, I know they were like warning the police and some of the citizens, like, hey, there's going to be people running around in military gear. It's okay. But that's just because, like, you know, you worry about that.
Open carry state.
Anyways, Consulate going to be the map. This should be a good one because G2 haven't played it yet this season.
I knew it.
Online.
I knew it. People that were watching just 3 hours ago. What did I say? Consulate. Here we are.
Don't feed his ego.
Consulate. What do you
say anything?
I feed it on my own.
It's a beast. It's really hungry. But let's see what you guys think. This should be interesting to see how this vote goes, to say the least. All right.
What?
That, I would say, is probably
Stop.
inaccurate.
Get out of here.
But, no, I mean inaccurate in the sense of, like, you know, that is not the play. But...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get out of here.
Yeah.
It should be Empire ahead. Should be reversed.
You never know, though. Empire have also had some rough times occasionally online.
Yeah, okay, they tied Penta, but, like...
I consider that a rough time.
Actually, at this point, yeah, kind of. But, I mean...
Anyways, Consulate, though, good map for Empire. They have played it once. It was 7-2 against Na'Vi online, so it's a good map for them. We know they play it very well, but we also know they take from admin every single time.
Really?
G2 know that as well.
We can time Empire and Joystick specifically playing this map. I do it with Zoronic. We just sit back and like, okay, well, it's 1 minute 58, and this is when he should be coming back to copy and then back to the top island.
Yet, it's still not stopped.
Yeah, it's still not stopped.
Unstoppable. I mean, that is a bit of a suicide thing to do. It's almost like a Roman Cash on...
what?
That is an interesting choice from G2. Something
ban?
I gotta wonder if that's something they know about that Empire, like a target ban kind of thing. But I mean, I feel like Slash is the only one who's even really tried to play Nook in Pro League. Smoke getting at G2 with the interesting bans here, the unexpected choices. I mean, Smoke is definitely strong on most of the bomb sites, but it's not like overpowered strong. However, I gotta imagine there's a strat in mind here, and or to deny something from Empire. It's not like Empire don't play Smoke. Obviously, they're going to be playing that if they could. Now they'll have to play something a little bit different, but that means Echo's available. Something that can somewhat slot in for Smoke in a sense. I imagine Maestro and Echo both going to be played. Whether they're played at the same time, who knows? Typical lineup here, for the most part, coming out from G2. Looks like they're going to have, obviously, no Smoke on Empire. They're going to bring the Mozzie, though. They're going to be starting downstairs in Garage. This is a bomb site, though, that does definitely benefit from having the Smoke, but at least they'll have the Echo and some C4 in hand, as well as the Evil Eyes. Nomad getting snuck out there from Uno. They're not going to go with the double hard breach because they switched off the Habana, but all you need is the Thermite anyways. You don't need the double hard breach, and maybe that was obvious to Empire or not. Either way, they are going to have a small amount of denial from the Mute Jammers, but that's it. They're not going to be tricking in any way to stop this Grush from getting open, so Goga should have an easy time opening this quickly. Now, of course, there's no utility on G2 to necessarily like snipe the Mute Jammers, but once they're taken out, you know, that they're just done for. Could imagine that could be Fabian's job from above, or Kanto as well. Could go and open up piano floor. Both of them with the soft destruction of the floor.
The entire premise, though, of a round against Empire is kill Joystick. ASAP. You can make a movie about
it. And don't let Shepard clutch.
Yeah, but basically, instead of, this is like Kill Bill Volume 3, but in reality, it's Kill Joystick.
I think Joystick had the very first ace of Raleigh, too, and which was during the Grand Finals against G2. And that was, woo!
Yeah, there weren't really many aces throughout the whole tournament. Well, there were technically 2 aces, because there was aces and aces.
Well, I mean...
You're not the only one that can do the dad jokes. What was that? Okay.
Maybe there's a reason, but that might have been a fat finger.
My people need me.
Well, G2 already taken admin pretty swiftly, but of course this is the bottom floor attack, so admin not as risky to take. I mean, not that it's always super risky at all, but in general, you know there are going to be people contesting to an extent upstairs, potentially. So they are going to have to worry about at least Joystick, of course, on that roam on Jaeger. He's allowed to play it. He's going to play it. It is a very good operator for him. When he's very sad, that good thing Kanto didn't decide that Uno was an enemy there for a second.
It was back in the day, but not no more. Looking up in Skylight, not going to find anyone there. There's yokai drones aplenty, and this is great from Empire to kind of just use their yokais to support their roamers. Unfortunately,
Step one done.
Yeah, he drops from the back and then gets shot as he tried to rotate back to the circle desk in the lobby. G2, that's, as you say, first part of the checklist is done.
Still a minute and a half burned, but Joystick can often burn more than that, so that is still a great early kill, and they have the map control now. Goga has not opened the garage door, though. Interestingly enough, they have not gotten to that step yet. But hey, if they could just corral everyone in the garage first, at least they'll know where everyone's at once that garage door opens. There is a yokai to support the roam play up here on the spiral stairs, and Fabian so far coming a little bit worse the wear for it. He's going to try and fight it, and looks like they're going to back off. That was a Dan, I believe, playing on the stairs. Tengu also supporting on yellow here, just covering for his teammates opening up the floor. So Goga could do his job here now that the Mute Jammer's going to go. They also at least have the IQ still left alive from Hengu to spot those yokais, although that didn't really help with the fight on spiral stairs because he wasn't watching that.
Oh!
C4 party.
Beautiful from Dan, hitting right in the face of Fabian. All demolished.
Bringing in another C4, taking shifts.
So Uno has a great positioning for his drone to carry, and there's the evil eye that was destroyed.
Got to take those out. Pengu actually falling victim to the yokai there.
I'll take a bit of effect from it, but this is actually getting too precarious. We're 15 seconds left and the assault has to happen. Yokais, not sure if they've been brought back to the site. Definitely need to care for them. Pengu firing off to force his opponents back as Pengu and Kanto will find a kill each. Shepard to spray through the wall as Dan finds the kill on Goga. And there's the one for Shepard. Kanto Raketti on to Dan, leaving Shepard alive, and he's clutched it before. But he has to watch for one player above him. They're still part of the indestructible floor that you have to kind of play against. It's one shot of the Bailiff, unfortunately, too far back, and Kanto Raketti plays it smart. Doing so much work for G2 in this round. This is the teamwork that you're expecting from G2.
They were definitely on top of it. That first initial kill on the Joystick really pretty much opened up the top two floors. They took control of them. They started opening things up. It was a little late on the garage getting open in that you don't necessarily have to wait that long to open it. You can open it earlier, but it's just piano control kind of came late in that. But Joystick was also the one to try and hold that back in some ways, but he did get caught, as you mentioned, on that rotate. But good overall coverage from G2, but also banning the smoke really helped out there because that is one of the things that would have denied time. All they would have had to do is smoke the plant area, so Goga would have had to run into an exposed spot to try and plant that. But since that was banned, absolutely worked out in their favor that time. Leaving the Echo seemed to work out a little bit better. It took them a little while to take care of the yokais. Once they did, just nothing to really stop Goga on that plant. So good coverage as well, though, from Kanto and Pengu, trying to make sure that no one was able to stop Goga. Those C4 throws to come out there, and you saw that 4 kills. Looking pretty good. Good start for G2. Now we'll go upstairs to Console. They don't want to try Garage again just yet. That wasn't the best round for them. And we'll see what the roam's going to be like for Joystick as well. And whether or not G2 are going to go for the typical admin take or if they'll go for a console attack along with yellow stairs push, things like that. There are some slight tweaks you can make when you go to push onto the west side. But east side pretty much just remains admin takes for the most part, as well as kind of the printer.
Attackers are moving out to locate
So they're getting out some last cameras as well to try and get some idea on repels. It'll be helpful if those get to stay there. Thank you, Marcio. Get to try and get some intel, especially for runouts. If they decide to go for any of those, Joystick could be the one to do that because he typically is. But Fabian just clicking Scyther off the map. There we go. That is how you start. Just not even a spray, just a click. That's got to feel good.
2 bullets expended for, well, one bullet for a camera and the other one for the player.
So what happens when you try and get those cameras out a little too late?
Unfortunate, but yeah, here we are. Empire have lost 1 player, and a fortunate spawn from Fabian will allow him to find Juan and Uno, the second on Joystick. Fortunately.
They're reading into him. He is not having the run he usually has. Sometimes it takes time to get warmed up, boot up the Russian cyborg as they call him, but...
Where was that in Raleigh?
Yeah. It's definitely looking good for G2. This is definitely a much better series of attacks, especially killing Joystick early, but also that pick onto Scyther early. Loses them a 5-2 very, very quickly. Now they've just got to worry about some of these anchor operators that they know are going to be playing. And they've also eliminated one of the 2 C4s. So they've only got to worry about Dan on that. Mute Jammer not completely stopping the droning now that that drone is in position. But Shepard trying to hide these yokais that Pengu could try and take out. So they got to worry about that IQ the whole time.
Nitro Cell's prepped here for Dan, and it comes out, does not hit. Unfortunately for G2, they've chosen to bring Goga on the Thermite for this assault, not on the Habana, which would have been fantastic.
He frags out a Thermite, though. He doesn't necessarily need to be on the Habana.
It's just you want to open the back of the wall, right?
For sure. He could still do that with a Breach Charge, just much riskier. Fabian with the second one onto Karjek of all people. He has to get a bit of damage in return, but Pengu finishes off Dan. This is looking really good. Not for Shepard, though.
Oh, right before Dan drops down, he gets shot. That's the last. Fabian doing work in round number 2.
It's like he heard me talking smack.
Talking smack, Devin.
Oh, great. He's
Get
gonna
smacked back.
Well, at least we know
I'm the
if
one
they
that
win.
has to deal with it.
At least we know if they win, we get to talk to Pengu instead, probably. So there is that. There's the bright side, the silver lining. Everyone loves talking to Fabian,
Yeah.
especially online. They're gonna try Garage again. See if they could pull it off this time. At least they know a little bit of how G2 wants to play it. We'll see if there comes out any 6 picks from G2, though. Nope, they're going to stick to that same setup.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
Just be able to cut off rotations as needed with that Nomad. And the rest is utility to get work done. Kanto doesn't even necessarily need the hammer. He does just work with that operator in general. Oh, we missed the rest of that tweet.
What was the tweet?
Quick little tweet. Going to get this garage door opened up with the mute. And covered with the mute jammers again rather than going with bandit batteries. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter as much, but
No.
there we go.
We're here to take our revenge, muscle.
Let's show them rally.
Them rally was a fluke.
That's not a good time to have a fluke, though.
Yeah, I don't know who's... Well, no, these are Goga's muscles. Definitely not.
Oh, yeah, Gogo's got some muscles.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's not as scary as you think. He's not my amigo.
5 seconds to insertion.
It's a joke.
Not familiar,
It's a
but
joke.
okay. 2 inside.
It has to, yeah, I guess.
Deep inside. Well, no early picks for Fabian this time. No freebies on this either. Who is actually going to be playing on the spiral stairs for the moment. Just moving the yokais around, I imagine, here to support Karjeka.
He's doing the same as he did before. He's just playing at the top of the bottom side of the stairs. And just sits there, prepares his yokais. He has one that's playing inside of the hallway. So it kind of gives them information on anybody entering the window from there, because a lot of times you'll see somebody pressuring at some point in time if you can't get clear control of yellow.
Yeah, and this is definitely going to help support Karjeka and Joystick. If they can stay alive a little bit longer this time, Karjeka going to have to maybe cover for Joystick, because it seems like they've managed to kind of hunt him down the last couple rounds. So just his unpredictability not being as unpredictable this time. Or just maybe bad timing. Could be either one. Hard to tell off of just 2 rounds. But so far, G2 have got to be feeling pretty good after a series of misplays. But wow.
Caught.
Not good for Kanto now. That is going to help Karjeka in his own roam up there along with Joystick. Catching that drone, but of course also setting up that drone. Combined with the yokais, that'll provide some good mobile intel for Empire to be able to fight back against this here. And Uno, though, shutting down Karjeka regardless. Not going to be able to reposition that drone any longer if it was still left alive. Joystick now going to have to try and refrag that to bring this back. Otherwise, if he gets shut down quickly again, this is probably going to be short round. However, it is hit the minute 30 mark, and Joystick is still alive this time. So that is a good start in that sense for Empire. Losing the Mozzie early, definitely not good. I mean, you'd almost rather lose a Jaeger than a Mozzie, just because Mozzie has some good late round utility.
For sure. Well, we've lost one. Joystick is still alive, so things definitely can be different. The tail end of the round, we hit the minute mark, and Fabian, enters the building but takes so much damage. Last time we saw him get blown up via a nitro cell.
Looks like concern about mobile yokais coming out from Pengu as well. Just making sure none of them are going to be around.
Makes sense, that's for sure, and there was something spotted. I'm not sure if that was a pre-placed nitro cell.
Looks like Pengu's setting up now for the take. He's going around to support Goga, as he did last time. They don't really have anything to take out that Evil Eye at the moment, unless a grenade can land on it. Oh,
Kanto can set a grenade. Oh, yes, Fabian is downed.
He's actually going to gain health out of this, though.
Is that a nitro cell that was thrown into him? Not sure.
I'm assuming it caught him with like the edge of a nitro cell. But Joystick finally coming back here, and they take it down Uno. Dan also refragging onto Pengu.
A little time left. Kenta Roketi trying to enter from the side as Goga has been delayed even more. The Maestro taken out by Kenta Roketi. You need to drone it in. You need to go for the plant. Kenta Roketi takes one more, but not the second, as Dan and Scyther do work. Fabian coming in from the back, but it's too little too late. So the diffuser carrier was shot to smithereens, and that's the round for Empire.
Much better keeping the yokai alive that time because they knew G2 took a long time to get the plant started last time. Did the same thing this round, but it also took a little bit longer because they couldn't clear joystick as well. So because of that, the yokai's in good positions that Pengu wasn't able to clear this time completely stopped the plant, and then you saw they just started getting surrounded. A lot of the players kind of moving into good positions to catch him, and Fabian's late rotate was good, but too little too late in terms of getting the plant done. Had Goga been mid-plant, that might have been a lot more effective. But again, the yokai is doing serious work, and that is the downside there of them banning the smoke and leaving the Echo available. However, that is just one round for Empire now. So G2 still in advantage. We'll see them go up to console again. Try that one more time. I imagine lobby's going to be the third bomb site if they get to that, but hard to say. Goga, 0 kills, but he's also been focused on thermiting every round. I imagine doing a lot of the droning for his team as well during a lot of the round, because of course he needs to be alive to open those garage doors. But now that they know for sure it's not going to be garage again, this time Uno going to be bringing the Habana you're expecting Goga to play last, and he's going to be on the Thatcher. That will help potentially open things up, but you don't necessarily need the Thatcher for a lot of the utility that Empire is bringing, outside of maybe using it to clear out some areas of goo mines for a push, as well as potentially the yokai. So throwing it into sight for an execute could definitely be pretty beneficial. But either way, still helpful to have that utility available and do whatever they can. It may also be useful for clearing ADSs if need be, because they do have 4 grenades in their pockets here between the Buck and the Sledge, so that could be pretty helpful in addition. Definitely on Goga to make sure he uses them correctly, but that's where Pengu's IQ comes in, of course, to spot those gadgets beforehand and make sure he uses his resources wisely. That's the nice thing of having the combo of those two, is you can really kind of pre-plan how you're going to be using those, because when you play Thatcher at these settings, you don't know what gadgets you kill with your EMP, so you don't even know how effective you have been. However, Pengu can not only spot them, but he can verify which gadgets are cleared because you don't get the points thing. So it is a really good combo that I think sometimes is maybe a little underrated. Yeah,
and that's why a lot of times, not just that combo. Oh, ooh, Fabian finds a grenade on Dan. Well done. Taken away. But more back to my point. A lot of times there are pre-EMP'd spots, or places where you know there will probably be something every single round.
Yeah.
Like ADSs, Evil Eyes, whatever it may be, and you just EMP them by default. This was a lot more prevalent on Oregon, where attacking from above...
Yeah, you kind of knew what you had to clear.
Yeah, you just destroyed things much easier. But it's still something that is in effect for every single map.
It's nice that we don't have the old Thatcher where you used to be able to clear like 2 floors with just a single EMP.
Yeah, basically playing house back in year 1.
Yeah, you clear the whole map with
EMP, everything done. It's like, okay.
All right, well, now we can check the map.
Why do we even have prep phase?
Yeah. Well, there already is Dan down, so this is a good start. And the Karjeka also taking a bit of damage, although he is a thick armor there, so he can stay alive for a while, even with a little bit of damage on him. But Joystick, giving away his position, is just pressuring Kanta, who tries to use a grenade to stop a flank. Doesn't quite work. He was hoping a Joystick would push him right at that moment. It's a good attempt there, and it definitely denied him pushing him. But the plant already coming down from Goga. Looking pretty good here, and no denial from Shepard.
Oh, 1 kill coming in from Fabian on Karjeka, and Scyther will find 1 Pengu. Great flank. Turn it to Scyther, and that's the angle grip doing so much work. Now, the Habana's watching for Joystick, and you'll be able to hear him as he enters into the site. No, actually, no, they're looking the other way. Pengu is going to go for the fake on the drone.
Well, at this point, his teammates can watch it, or Kanto in this case, really.
Oh, nice shot from Pengu. Joystick taken away, and Shepard is last alive. He knows there's someone on the reverse rappel. Fabian gets shot, but he pulls back, and all that G2 need are just extra time as Uno turns around in the bathroom, finds the kill. G2 definitely at the helm here.
I like that 1-2 punch of Fabian getting shot, kind of baiting it out in a way, whether he was doing it intentionally or not. And then once he pulled away, he knew he was going to be that Shepard was going to be hunting to finish off the kill on him, and that just gave the opportunity for both Uno and Pengu to try and finish the kill, because he was going to call out exactly where he was at in connector. It was unfortunate too. You could hear Shepard try and hit the yokai just a second after the defuse got planted finally. So it was just a little bit of ill timing there. Although it might not have been Shepard's fault. It might have been the case where the Yokai might have been stunned by a Thatcher EMP or something else, or might have had to move from another position, just couldn't get there in time. But either way, the Yokai not effective that round. We were talking about in that first matchup how we didn't see the Yokais try and deny diffuses. That's definitely not the case here. Whether they're succeeding or not is variable, but we are definitely seeing attempts on it. But I got to say, G2 is definitely one of the best teams at getting the plant down. Goga will get that plant down. He is very good at that. As you know, the CC I plant is still in effect here, whether Goga could do it or not if the Yokais deny him. But he doesn't need any kills. The man could be at a donut the whole time and they'll still be doing excellent. But man, he can go off too on those kills sometimes. I gotta imagine once they're on defense as well, we may see a bit more from him on that as well, because he doesn't need to be setting up for the plant. They're gonna try console again, and it looks like the same setup from G2 as well, possibly reading into the fact that they would try console again rather than go to their third bomb site, or it could have just been a setup to take lobby if they needed to. Also, Empire also going with the same setup again. Hopefully, Scyther could stay alive a little bit longer this time, as he's been the early pick from Fabian twice now. At least the second time it wasn't just a simple click from outside, but still, he's got to watch out. He's got to be very careful. Maybe Fabian just predicting how he's playing, or just bad timing.
You see, Fabian, this is something he used to do way back in the day, a couple of years ago, actually, where, I don't know if people remember Game on Border. I think that was Gamescom 2017? I don't remember. It was close to that, but he would just stand out and wait for people to peek the windows, because it will happen at some point in time. You see,
especially in Consulate.
Yeah, quite a few players from G2 actually going for that and supporting one another, allowing Uno to come into the building, and you see him playing on more of his supportive role. Like this time, he's the one that's on the Habana, on the Heartbreach, Goga's on the Thatcher. They still kind of combine together to form that great combination that we know.
Yeah.
For Heartbreaching.
Oh, a lot of watching angles from outside here.
Yeah, you're expecting runouts, you're expecting players to do something crazy here. But you see players from Empire actually dropping off of the site. There's still one left downstairs, which is normal. That's Dan.
It's looking pretty good for Empire from a time perspective, though. This time it's almost a minute and a half again, and no one really killed, and a lot of members of G2 still outside. Obviously, as I've said before, this is a map where you can win a lot from outside, but time management-wise, you do need to get in there at some point, and if you haven't gotten any kills from outside, you're going to have to get in the building to make those happen, unless someone from Empire really wants to give you those freebies, but they're playing a lot more careful. As I say that, though, Scyther, again, the first pick from Fabian. Can we get some kind of nemesis points here? Because this is looking really good for those two in particular in terms of Fabian. Goga, though, sneaks right in for the plant unexpectedly. Fabian going to pop it in, spray on Karzeko as a distraction, but Kanto gets down, Plant also getting down, and then Uno picking up joystick.
Yeah, Dan might have gotten the nitro on Goga, but it's going to be inconsequential here as the plant has been CC'd, as they say. Dan with a quick kill on the Claymore, but there's nobody nearby. No. He's going to be detected, and Pengu will actually go for the gunfight, pre-firing into Dan, and left with so little HP, he'll be able to survive, and not for long. Fabian collects the 3K. Shepard reloading the magazine, but there's the Habana at the other end of the hallway. Finds one headshot on Fabian. That's one clear that he required, but he's so low on HP right now, and Uno is already spotted. Shepard actually finds the kill, and it's a 1v1. There's so little time left. And almost all spiraled out of control as Kanto Raketti comes in and finds the last one.
Starting to feel bad for Shepard. You know, we have so much hype for him, and now he's having to clutch every single round. It's always in like 1v like 3+ as it seems. It's not a good time. G2 looking really good on these attacks. Empire, though, also very strong on attacks, so could definitely switch around here, but this is definitely the G2 that I feel like we'd missed. You know, a very, very strong G2 there, as they said in the tweet, trying to prove that Raleigh was a fluke.
Well,
looking pretty good so far.
You got to win offline, though. That's where it really counts. So right now, a reminder, world champions. That's G2 Esports.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
Major champions. That's Team Empire.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. You're not world champion until you win the invitation, just like in Dota, right?
And G2 are not qualified for that yet, right?
Nope.
So
Empire are. G2 are not.
So that's interesting.
So G2 still have to qualify for Raleigh.
I'm surprised Montreal didn't do it for them. Easy win for them. According to, I think Pengu was thinking I thought you mentioned that. That was it.
Yeah.
They thought it was going to be easy.
That's what they all say.
Yep.
It's like social promotion kind of thing. But here we are.
Oh, that's
4-1.
it, yeah.
10 seconds.
Will Empire put one round on the board here to make it a 4-2 at the half? That's really what they need. If you're a Russian fan here watching Empire, or really fans from all around the world, because there definitely are,
Locate a bomb and defuse it.
you're hoping for a 4-2 at the half.
Interesting that Uno didn't go for the Nomad this time. I got to wonder if they thought they were going to be playing Console again, or if they thought, you know, we didn't need the Nomad for Garage. I mean, Habana isn't going to do a ton for them, so it makes me think maybe they were just expecting. Did you see the silencer on, or suppressor, whatever you want to call it, on Fabian's pistol?
Actually.
Yeah, right. It's not a clip, it's a magazine.
It's magazine.
Well, Fabian, though, getting the drone in done early, potentially for himself, because he's been getting a lot of these early frags. Kanto, though, going to take admin in the meantime. As usually they're able to do this fairly swiftly, but I think they're being a little more careful. They really want to close this out in a 5-1, so they're not taking chances and being like overly brave and trying to just take aggression when they don't need to, because they know Empire are going to be playing more careful as well. But Goga, with the opening frag going from a donut to that old breadstick, but on Karzeka, that's a great early kill, putting G2 again in the lead early on. I don't think anyone from G2, and I could be wrong, there could be 1 or 2 rounds here, but pretty sure every single round Empire has been the opening death. So it's definitely not been good here. G2 have been able to stay very solid, and it reminds me a bit more of how Empire play, really. But Joystick getting a little too predictable, or the fact that he's going to be roaming upstairs, there's only limited spots he can play, just working against him. So this is a repeat of last round, but a different bomb site in terms of, or not, well, I guess it's the same bomb site as the garage one, I think. Where Karzeka and Joystick were the upstairs roams getting picked off early. So now they've got to translate that into, of course, getting garage open and things like that, and they are going to take piano late. And this is where Scyther is going to be on the Echo this time instead of Shepard, who's now on the Maestro. So maybe we won't have to see Shepard go for the clutch this time. It might be Scyther's turn.
Who knows? Cantor Ricchetti actually will peek into it, and this is the first time G2 actually go for this sort of play. Fabian so close, but he has the grenade up and ready. He times it, he throws it in the back. It barely does any damage to Scyther, who collects another one. Out of ammo in the MP5, but the work has already been done. It's a 3v3 with the buck lost. 48 seconds left. Pengu would love to have extra manpower for this assault.
Seems like putting Scyther on Echo was the right choice.
It might have been, but it's G2 kind of just...
Yeah, walking into those.
Why?
Literally. Now we can get back on site, too, to set up to deny this plant here from Goga.
Attackers drop the
So
diffuser.
Dan finds Goga, so that's 1 kill. He gets traded off. Pengu takes no damage in the engagement, and Uno! He threads it, finds Shepard in the back. Barbed wire being taken away here as Scyther doesn't have much time. He'll deny Pengu for just a moment. As he comes around, he knows he has to fight yellow stairs. 1 ADS has already come off. He'll find 1 kill on Uno. There's the plant. The IQ turns around the corner. Scyther hits it! Oh my god, he does so much damage this round! And he aces the team for the retake counter defuse.
Scyther on Echo was the play.
Good god, Scyther! What are you made of?
You don't expect an Echo to be that aggressive. But, you know, if you kill, half the team before they go for the plant, you don't really have to work as hard on the Yokais.
Did I call it, Arel? Was that an ace retake? He got 3, right?
I know there was at least 4.
No. No, he got 2. No, it was a 4K.
Still. That was Scyther's round. I
That's
mean, they
pretty
switched sides
freaking
now,
good.
so we'll see how... Oh, Uno was... Is he going to go with the 6-pick on the Echo? So somewhat similar lineup in some ways, I guess, from Empire, I was going to say, but it's actually more like 3 out of 5. They are going to bring the Zofia and the Ashe, though. Something a little bit different. Oh, no. Oh, the good 6th pick there. No one's going to expect that, Dan.
It's
Defenders,
Dan.
protect your bombs from
But no, they are going to
by
stick with
attackers.
the double peekers there with Fabian on Rook and Uno on Doc. Surprised it's not Kanto. He's usually the Doc kind of guy, although they may be rotating that around a little bit. See how this first defense goes for them. They're going to start upstairs in Console, as opposed to Empire, who started down in Garage. So far, though, G2 had a pretty strong lead despite losing that last round, 4-2. Literally double the points that Empire has, but we could definitely see things go back the other way, as we tend to do in this, the way the sides switch.
10 seconds left before
I feel like overall, like a lot of people were skeptical about the whole side switching system changing a while back, and I think it's worked out pretty well. It's kept games very exciting, where you'll see it a lot of times it go one way and then swing back the other. I think kind of makes for a more exciting match in a lot of ways. I mean, we even just saw that in the last matchup, where it came down to the wire after looking like very much like a Vitality match. We'll see how quickly they can take admin here. G2, of course, are going to know that that's the play if that's what they're going for. But can they stop it?
That's the real question.
Looks like they're going to try.
Justin going all the way to the top. Kanto sticking his position. Uno is there to support him.
Yeah, that shot's going to give it away, though.
Yeah, he's down on the floor. You're sure there's somebody there, but because he's really prone in firing through, I don't know if that position is going to be spotted anytime soon. That's a lot of...
He's ready to heal.
Oh, he wanted the opening. Oh, beautifully done by Uno. Should have ADSs to protect him in this position as well. Maybe at least one left. No, Kanto's dead.
Can't heal him now.
Ay, ay, ay. Was that a shot from below? Yeah, he used one love line and then killed him.
Well done.
Yeah, that was it. Perfect.
You know he can't move, so.
Wow. Karjeka.
That's the play.
Penny and Ravica. Well, that was so good.
This is up to Uno here to try and salvage this, and so far not hitting his shots.
They already passed him. Drone will come in right up close. And Uno still alive somehow here, back up to full HP. The Fabian's already been dropped. Joystick found Uno and takes him out, and Scyther finishes off Fabian. This round is a dud. Empire close to closing things out here. No damage done to them at all. Unscathed. The Russian machines are definitely online. Might have been a bit of a diesel track here, but they will be banned in Europe at some point. So that goes the same for EU Pro League. Might as well prepare for it.
European things.
Yeah, that's good. EU, all the way.
Well, it's up to Pengu and Goga to clutch. They definitely have the potential to, but as you said, no damage on Empire. They've got some utility left. I don't see it happening, especially after Pengu goes down there. Goga gets one, but doesn't matter. Shutdown, you can know where they enter from all day long. You can have two people in position to defend it all day long, but Empire will continue to enter admin and slay you. That's just what they do. That's all they do. You can't reason with them.
You. Slayer.
They feel no pity, no remorse.
Remorse doesn't play anymore.
He tries. He's just coaching now. Lobby finally will see a third bomb site here. I think they need to work on that defense of admin, or at least something to do after.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
See if they can manage to pull this off. They are going to go again with the double Doc Rook, but this time Goga's going to be on Rook, and Fabian's going to take over Maestro. Pengu going to be on the Mozzie. So, I mean, just basically outside of the Doc Rook, a completely different lineup here from G2. You know, on that Echo. Echo was very pivotal in a lot of ways for Empire, not always in winning rounds, but see if G2 can be as effective on it. We'll see. We haven't seen a lobby defense yet, of course, because Empire didn't get a chance to play it, switching back and forth between console and garage over and over. But we'll see this lobby defense from G2 with some defense of the upstairs, as you always have to have. And it's going to be, it looks like Goga and Kanto to try and do that. Goga playing the bathroom, Kanto playing that admin. Will we see, I was going to say, will we see Empire push from admin? We certainly will.
Of course.
Nothing if not reliable on attack.
There are three things in life that are always going to happen. Death, taxes, and Empire attacking through admin.
Those first two are managed through admin, so.
Oh.
Empire comes in to kind of take out those first ones. They're also the ones who make that death reliable.
That was very true. Looking at G2 in the previous round, yes. It was so great how Karjeka was able to deal with Kento Raketti, but Scyther finds Kanto again! Oh my! The Doc lost. That Rook and Doc combination from G2 is unusual at this point, but hey, running the 4 ACOG setup is definitely a strong one. If you're attempting to fight long range, Pengu, beautiful Nitro Cell on a Dan. And the Ash gets shut down. An equal trade, if you look at it.
I mean, this is a better start than they had last round.
Yeah. Last round they lost 2 and then they lost a third, so definitely better. Oh, one in the back. See Goga taking a bit of damage, but
Joystick with just not enough intel on where they're actually playing at.
Fortunately, the stun from Karjeka actually detonated right into his teammate, which kind of slowed him down.
Happens so often, that splash. Joystick, though, unfortunately doesn't have a dock on his side to be able to heal him, so he's going to have to fight with a lot lower health.
Yep, there you go. Pengu lost, finally.
Scyther with 2 now, almost making up for a lot of his early deaths.
Remember, this is not all the way down the garage.
Nemesis. Yeah, this is not garage. It's just one floor down.
Yeah, so holding on to the top is so great. Oh my god, Fabian gets slapped. Shepard finds him. It's now a 3v2. They're on equal amounts of health pretty much, but there's an extra player here for Empire.
Got to keep in mind that low health player, though, is Joystick. Doesn't always need the health, but Goga certainly will, as it's now down to Uno to try and find these 3. This is looking pretty good for Empire.
Yokai will be ferried in as it has not been spotted just yet. He can deny, but the amount of time that's left is more than enough for Empire to eat all 4 Yokai bursts and just survive. And this will reveal that there's still one left. Skarjeka dropped. Now go for the second one. The Yokais are giving information to Uno. It's definitely possible here. 18 seconds left as he turns around. The fuser's not being said just yet. Not sure if the Yokai has been killed or not. Somebody should be watching the hatch above. Oh, he finds the kill. Now Uno, run away. He can just stay back. 4 seconds left. Joystick comes around low on HP. He's too far back to save the day. Just watching the angle, and it's all done. Uno clutches it. The 2K and the time. Oh my, Uno. Just so good.
These echoes on spiral stairs. Just, it is the play. But I like the coordination there in terms of like balancing between his setting up to be able to frag when he knows his Yokais are depleted or shot or whatever. He knows he can't rely entirely on the Yokai to win that in that clutch. Just sets up one, waits for a plant attempt patiently, denies the plant, comes out, but he knows they're going to be coming for him. Just completely reads into the push from Visa, takes him out. Absolutely set up after that. But it was also like, what was the Thermite going to do? He didn't really have anywhere else to go. It was just down to, I need to plant or fight this. And Joystick just too far away to do much about it. That really did not help. Great clutch, though, by Uno. And now actually making this much harder for Empire. And that was an Empire round in a lot of ways. Fabian up there at 10, though, looking pretty good. Despite, as I mentioned, him seeming to struggle a little bit lately. Seeming to make up for it this time. But he's going to have to keep it up so they can close this out against their biggest rival at the moment. As we've said, Japan is a little bit of a long shot for them, but this is starting to look more possible if they can keep this up. A lot of people have criticized sometimes Uno in the past just because it took some time to get warmed up, but that was a round that proved his value to the team, I think. Because as I said, that definitely should have been an Empire round. It was 3v1. Of course, he didn't get that last kill, but didn't need to either.
Look, man, to all of the Uno doubters out there, silence!
Exactly. We'll see if G2 can pull it off, as now they are back up top. Console, again, attempted. We saw a lot of attempts of it from Empire that didn't always work, but Empire, of course, will be going back in. This is the same defense set up in terms of at least, I imagine that's Kanto playing that corner again. He's got to expect Karjeka to come in there. Is that going to be a bait here? Are they waiting for him to try and hit him from above this time? Dan trying to do a little bit of damage here. I like this idea with the breaching charge, but they've got to make sure those ADSs are cleared out. Here it goes. ADSs are cleared out by the flashbangs. And there we go. That is going to do enough damage to down him. Really well played. It's either the Zofia or the Ashe that does the work on Kanto, because the problem with that defense is you're stuck in a corner. And that is part of the idea, but it's also the greatest weakness. Did buy them a minute, but not really worth it. You don't want to lose Kanto because he can do more than stand still. He's also good at fragging. So not really worthwhile. They will, of course, take admin again. Karjeka, in the meantime, though, making sure just below it is clear, so there's going to be no C4 retaliation or any kind of plays from below. Pengu last time did get a good C4 into Dan there out on the balcony, so he's a little more cautious of this time. Goga going for some kind of run out there to try and see if he can catch a repeller, and unfortunately for him, no luck. So he's going to go back on the roam, and Scyther's going to be looking for him.
Not sure who opened that hole. I want to say one of the defenders earlier on in the round. I'm not sure if that was worth sacrificing any extra bits.
Hopefully he didn't use a C4 for that.
Yeah, that's what.
It looks like he did. That's. This is like the French cast. So
as a French speaker myself, I can guarantee.
Playing that card. Oh, turns around just at the wrong moment. Karzeka.
He gets pretty much shot into the wall and then shot in the face. And that's the end of it for him. Fabian saving Pengu. His joystick gets taken off. Pengu turns around and fires into Karzeka, eliminating the Zofia Scyther with one, but they walk right into Pengu. He's just collecting them all. One more for Uno as Scyther goes down. Oh my, G2 are just getting free rounds here as Shepard is last alive. But Shepard, he's done it before.
I don't know. This might be a good time to stop and discuss things. He's going to try. He's got a long distance to go, though, especially if he goes down this route. I'm not sure if even if he gets the frags, he can get the plant down in time.
15 seconds to go.
They are going to be waiting for him, of course. And no, they've barricaded the door on him.
Oh.
That is really, that is unfortunate. Pengu ready for the pre-fire, though, and Uno there to trade it.
Masterfully done by G2. This Empire had advantages there, and it's just they took out Goga so well, and then
yeah, it was the double coverage there from Pengu and Fabian, because Fabian covered Pengu, and then Pengu rotated. They were expecting in the same position, catches the one rotating across the from the soda machine area, and just bummer at that point because he's able to also win. Dan trying to pre-fire on the swing in, not enough. He had to have hit the head to be able to make that work. So Pengu was ready for it, and there's a high fire rate weapon as well on the Mozzie. Worked out pretty well.
Commando, I think, is like 730 RPM or something like that. It
Plus
fires.
It's got the best reload animation.
Actually,
hands down.
I have to admit, the day Mozzie was released, I sat at home and all I did was fire one bullet and reload. One bullet, reload.
Sadly, that's how I normally play.
Yeah,
that's why I like
all the bullets
Commando
hitting
on Mozzie.
walls and not actually people on the other side.
That's fine, at least I'm hitting something. Better than just shooting up in the air, I suppose.
Okay, wow.
2 players with double digits, though, on G2 and Pengu are already creeping up there as well. Frag-wise look pretty good, although Empire does have one at 9 below the 10, so they also could end up in a similar position in terms of frags, but G2 sitting at match point. Frags don't necessarily matter as much as the fact that Goga is able to plant reliably, and now Empire are not. Looking pretty good for this to work. Of course, I imagine they will take admin again, but it was the fact that admin take didn't turn into anything for Empire last time due to good plays from Pengu and Fabian that were really denying it. I gotta wonder though if the roam here is gonna work out as well from G2. They are not gonna have the echo to play the spiral stairs. They will have a bandit and a mute though, so I gotta wonder if they're. I wonder a lot of things. If the bandit will be on the garage walls, and then Pengu will be using some mute jammers possibly to deny drones, potentially to help himself on a roam as well, as there are 2 roamers upstairs, and I believe Pengu is one of them. Uno being the other, already taking a bit of damage. He has his bathroom rotate, but could be caught off by the skylight. Kanto actually is the other one here, it looks like. The old Claymore you always have to set up. That is a standard Claymore whenever you're playing to stop a run out, and especially if you're playing on the windows, but Kanto able to take down Dan, who has not had as much luck on the Ash as he used to. Kanto also taking the joystick, the 2 entry fraggers now dead. Kanto has done some work here, and he's really just pushing back. Reload animation, though, canceled by his death.
Unfortunately, it was the lack of those last few bullets in the magazine that hurt Kanto Ragetti.
If you get 2, you did your job.
You did your job very well.
Especially on a roam 2 floors above the site.
Yeah, you've done the work. It's Nomad, it's Ash. Half the round has been taken off. Basically, Empire are running with difficulties, to say the least, but redeeming factors is that they have the Thatcher and the Thermite to use on their assault. Both
Thatcher a little bit low on health, though.
You gotta be careful, man.
He's gonna have to be smart about this. They do have the Claymore set up at least to stop a run out, but it's not like the people don't know how to take those out pretty easily with impact nades, and possibly even the angle depending on how they position it. There's like a bit far off here, just trying to clear now because it took them so long, losing the 2 members upstairs. Now they at least get the garage door open much, much earlier than Goga had been. but they've got to turn that into something with a man disadvantage here. And Uno was left alive as well. I'm not sure if he's rotated back to site. Imagine he probably has. Fabian taking a bit of damage from above. He's still going to have to be forced back now. Though, of course, they don't have a smoke with it being banned by G2. So they're going to have to rely a bit more on potentially Evil Eyes working as well as some C4s. They probably had 3 C4s if Fabian, Pengu, and Kanto were all running them. Looks like Uno is running that new bulletproof camera choice you can have. But Shepard taking down Fabian. Nice early kill, evening out command count.
Goga trying to find the head in the back as the Jaeger's rotating back on site. Pengu finds it. You hear the Nitro Cell beeping in the back, but still there. The Mute is just using it for later in the round. He gets the kill on Shepard. Shotgun still in hand. This is your advantage here on yellow.
The timing.
You just can't hear movements because all you're hearing is the clicking noise from the Nitro Cell. Pengu for a bit of dip and dive. But Kajeka's still low on HP. He's the last man alive. And you gotta face death right in the face at some point. He finds 1 kill, not the second, as Pengu dispatches him. G2 connect. And that's the victory they were looking for against all odds. It's G2 that take the W for tonight.
Well, now we can't question the community vote.
7-3, and they were right. Community vote was correct, and you know what this means.
The script got leaked.
Shh. Stuart's gonna message us after this. Whoa, stop. Empire do not advance a single point. G2 go up to 16 points and are still right under Team Vitality.
Yeah.
So they're at 4th place with 16, Vitality with 16, Empire with 18, and Giants with 19 right now, which might change in the future. Oh my, EU Pro League has right now 5 contenders because Navi is at 15 and they haven't played their game yet. So there's 5 contenders at Playday number 9. Man, I am on cloud number 9. Right?
That's a lot of room for teams to move around still. So I have a feeling that the last week of this is going to be very, very contentious. Of course, that might have narrowed down who's possible to get it by then, but still, it's looking very good. I got to imagine with G2, of course, you're feeling a lot better about that. Of course, find out from the interview, but they. I
would assume.
Got to be. That's their rivals. They managed to take them down pretty handedly. Fabian actually, a big hand in that on those early attack rounds, especially. As I said, he'd been struggling in terms of both dying early and kills, and completely made up for it. I feel like that match.
Yeah, I think everybody really showed up for the team, but Fabian Pengu played really, really well this game. Even Uno was putting up the marks. Kanto was playing really well.
And Goga getting the plants down. Everyone was doing their job very well.
Where was that in Raleigh?
Fortunate. You got to let someone else, it makes the story more exciting because now G2's on a comeback rather than just continuing to stay on the top, right?
Yeah, no matter what, G2 are always leaking the script. That's the new one. It was saving strats and now it's leaking scripts.
Yeah. They got to stop that.
It's just an unending roll. But speaking of unending rolls, it's time for an interview. I don't know how that's a segue,
it's
but
fine.
Whatever. Let's go with it. It's an interview. Let's go have a chat. Sorry.
No. Listen, Milosh, listen. I'm taking reins here. Where was that in Raleigh? Listen, we lost the grand final. We played a phenomenal game up to that point. Do not discredit Lord Fabian, even though he isn't here. It's not okay.
I bow down. I know you can't see on the camera, but I bow down to His Excellency. Lord Fabian has definitely done the work today, and he's done so well. Now, one thing I want to talk about is in the beginning of every single round, pretty much on your attacking side, you were kind of waiting for quite a while outside of the map. Was this just expecting that Empire would go for the first move and capitalize on top? How did you predict these?
I think we have learned a lot from not just watching Empire, but playing them in Pro League. We were drawn online, then we beat them at the last at the Invitationals. They beat us at the last major. So today we had to win to take it back, right? That's only fair.
Yeah.
So we can get that final rematch at the Invitational Grand Finals once again. But why it happened is that Joystick in particular is extremely versatile on that top floor whenever they're roaming, and the last thing we want to do is lose 2 members to that. So we take it super slow, we take our time. Once they're taken rid of, we can do fine with a minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. They don't contest first floor really, they don't play bathroom. We drop down the hatches, do the vertical play, kill the Maestro Cam, set up the plan. Goka's amazing at it. So since they only have pressure on 1 floor at a time and only really 2 players, we can spend the majority of our resources, or our time at least, on droning, taking care of that element, and then we can work our way towards our third step, which is essentially planting.
Yeah. And once that's done, usually things are working out very well. There was one round where it lost for you, but that was 4K retake. It happens every now and then to everyone. It was beautiful play. But there was one specific thing that both teams were doing quite consistently, is running the Echo at the top of those basement white stairs coming up to the staircase itself. One time, though, you all fell into the same trap and lost 2 players around that. How was the calls happening? Because I don't think it was too coordinated looking at it.
So the call came, so we droned him out first of all.
Yeah.
I believe it's Fabian, but let's not give him any more praise. He's had enough.
Yeah.
He gets, we call it banana for reference. So the spiral staircase going down is banana. We call spiral up. So banana, he's playing top banana, playing aggressively. I get the call. I say, let's ignore him. You know, he can't do anything. He can play in banana all he wants. It's just goddamn yellow thing. And then I call out Kenzo. He has an echo drone. Kenzo then makes a call. I'm gonna push him. I'm like, bro, no.
What?
And Fabian goes, I'm gonna push him as well. And then I'm like, guys, he can't do anything from the banana. Like, there's nothing he can do there. Like, we got the lobby, we got piano, you know, we can just hold him. We got a camera. He doesn't know it. He gets 2 amazing headshots. And I kill the echo drone after Kenzo dies. Then we're like, okay, we suck, whatever. Rotate, we still gotta win. And then we lose. Comes out to a 2v1. Unu's covering me. He kills the echo drone. And then the call comes that he's between the cars, but he was in fact behind the black car, not between the cars. I miss my shots, I suck, and he clutches like a god.
It happens, right? And someone has to lose at the end of a clutch, and it's usually the other team, right? So
yeah, I mean, a clutch down to its essential core is one part is amazing play, but another part it should never be enabled unless there's a mistake, right? And our mistake was in 3 parts. It was the first peak, then the second peak, and then I missed my shots, which I should never do, and no player should, but it happens. But yeah.
Forgivable, I want to say.
Hope so.
And lastly, when you were playing the defense on that top floor, walk me through how you were playing the Mozzie inside of Projector and just pushing yourself from one position to the next, because it's really that positioning that won you the round.
Well, we banned smoke. So we were practicing against Na'Vi for a warm-up, and we're like, okay, let's ban smoke. And then I realized that I play smoke on that bomb side, and I went, guys, I was like, guys, what do I play now? And then I was like, okay, guys, scratch the smoke ban. I need my smoke. I suck without it, apparently. And then we finished the scrim. You know, Na'Vi's a good team as well, so they're really good practice for us. And then I go, guys, let's not ban the smoke. Let's ban the Mozzie, because like Mozzie's annoying, and I want to play smoke. And then I sat here for 10 minutes straight because there was some waiting time for the match to get hosted. And I was like, guys, listen, if you get me a shield from someone else, I can play anything else but smoke, but I need the shield. So we made that work. And the Mozzie has a C4, which is crucial to deny the balcony.
Yep.
That got me to kill the first round. And then it kind of just makes him cautious that I have the C4, so he can't be too aggressive into me. Although I must give praise, I don't know who was repelling that, but they played really, really well. We made Goga run out of garage one time up the staircase, and he just completely blindsided Goga and like evaded the shots. Like, you played it really perfectly. But yeah, Mozzie good gun, C4, drone deny. Good operator.
Good operator, to say the least. But, you know, at your victory here against your bitter rivals of Team Empire, anything you'd like to say to the G2 fans out there?
Well, we're back in the town, baby. 2 wins in a row here. Gotta make it 3 next week. I want to give praise to Empire. I know that they had a weak first game, and now they've had what I would say we played well, but I also want to say that Empire did not play their part fully. So when they get back up on their rampage, so to speak, they will be a much stronger team than what we saw today. I know that they took a long break, which is well deserved. They had an incredible run the last year straight. Everybody needs a break. And now what they gotta fight for is to get back up on 100% for the next tournament, which they're pretty much guaranteed qualified for. I say give them a week, give them 2 weeks, and they're going to be back on unbeatable, pretty much.
There you go. Well, Pengu, thank you very much. We'll see you on Monday in your game against Vitality. That's the one we're all really looking for. That's the final matchup of Monday's EU Pro League. Thank you again, and good night.
Thank you, Milosh.